Good morning, friends. It's about to pour. I just started my morning cardio. I want to quick bust this out, and then I think I'm gonna end a quick jogging the rest of it to try to get it in before I get soaked. But the topic I hear a lot about is, when do you change up your workouts? And I really don't feel that there's a wrong answer to this. I think people overcomplicate their training. I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated. A lot of people don't get the results that they want because they're too focused on the specific protocol that they're using. You know, are you using a bro split? Are you using a push-pull? Are you doing push-pull legs? Doing a 5x5? Like, dude, I don't freaking care. Y'all are overcomplicating things. Your muscles just want to be stimulated. They don't care what your protocol is, okay? Stop overthinking it. Stimulate the muscles. Break them down. Create the micro tears in the muscle fibers. And then give it time to rest and recover. That comes from sleep. That comes from nutrition. Stop overthinking things. What do I recommend? What do I do? How do I work with my clients to help them get the results that they're looking for? It's very simple. Anyone who has this notion of muscle confusion, oh, every time you go into the gym, you got to confuse the muscles. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're going to confuse your muscles, as if your muscles understand the difference between doing a dumbbell curl and a barbell curl, right? Like, it's exhausting hearing some of these people when they're like, hey, Matt, I'm changing my workouts every week. Well, why are you doing that? Well, I want to confuse the muscles because, I don't want to give them the same stimulus. Bro, there's a thing called progressive overload, which no matter what protocol you're doing, that's the goal. That's the whole point. I mean, progressive overload is either increasing the weight, increasing the reps, increasing the intensity, increasing the sets. If you're doing sets of 10 and you're doing 3 sets per exercise, why would you not try to push yourself? Instead of going for 10 reps, push for 12. If you get 12, push for 15. Or if you can hit 12, increase the weight, then push for 10 again. If you can't get 10, say you stop at 8 because you hit failure. Cool. Next time you go in, push again. If you got 8 before, push for 10. If you get 10, then you get to decide. Do you want to increase the weight again? Do you want to push for more reps? Do you want to add in an extra set? Now here's the thing. Like when I'm talking about progressively overloading the muscles, I don't want you to have a 3-hour workout because this week you did 3 sets of 10. You wanted to overload the muscle the next week, so you did 4 sets of 10. Then the week after that, you want to overload the muscle again. So now you're doing another set. Before you know it, a 45-minute workout turns into a 2.5-hour workout because all you do is keep adding extra sets to everything. I don't like that. I want you to be in and out of the gym. I don't want it to be taking up too much time because, listen, I find my days are slammed. They're booked solid. I have my days, my calendar is set almost by the minute of what I'm going to be doing all day long. There's nothing wrong with that, but if my workouts start stretching it's going to screw up the rest of my day. And if that starts happening, it starts affecting my home life, my work, businesses, well, guess what? Workouts are probably going to get pushed to the back seat. So we have enough people making excuses why they don't work out. We don't need another one. So I want to keep them as short as possible. Personally, I like to keep my intensity high. You know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, you should rest for 60 to 90 seconds. Or if you're pushing for strength, you know, oh, 3 to 5 minutes, you should be resting. Bro, I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, but I ain't gonna sit around for 3 to 5 minutes. Granted, my goals are different. I don't care as much for strength as for overall health, hypertrophy. So our goals are different. If strength is your thing, cool, get after it. But for most people, they're not gonna be taking a 5-minute break in between sets. So with my clients, yeah, we'll change it up, but that's after a few weeks of doing pretty much the same exercises. Now you might be saying, well, Matt, that sounds boring. Well, again, it comes down to intensity. You get out of it what you put into it. So with my clients, you don't know you're progressing if you're constantly changing your exercises, right? So it's like if I'm doing barbell bench presses one week, the next week I want to do cable machine presses. Week after that I want to do dumbbell presses. Like, how do you know you're overloading the muscle? Because each of those is going to be completely different. Like, some people can, I shouldn't say some, most people can bench on a flat bench using a barbell more than they can with dumbbells because of the stabilizer muscles having to get pulled into the equation when hitting those exercises. And then most people can do more on a machine chest press because you have a fixed movement. So, you know, people can push a lot harder. The biggest thing that I want you to take away from this is you don't know what you don't know. So I like consistency, but I also like progressive overload. So sure, we might do something like a flat dumbbell press and a fly movement, say like a pec deck type of movement. That's cool. And we'll incorporate those into our weekly workouts, but we'll be changing it up for progressive overload. So if you're benching 225, okay, cool. Well, maybe we bump it up to 235 next week. And if you're getting 10 reps, cool. Now we're going to do 235 for 10 reps. Same thing with any exercise. You're always looking to improve on what you are doing. And if you're constantly changing it up, there's no metric there that you can gauge where you are in terms of how you're progressively overloading the muscle. You know, so you might, if you bench 225 and then all of a sudden you jump over to the dumbbells, listen, if you even just grab the 100-pound dumbbells, it's gonna feel drastically heavier than your 225 on a barbell. Again, because of the movement, the way that you're incorporating stabilizer muscles, it's just a completely different animal. So you have no gauge or barometer of how am I going to progressively overload this, because I have no means of understanding how the muscle is going to be overloaded. So again, I like to keep the same exercises for multiple weeks and progressively overload as the weeks go on so that you're seeing the results that you're looking for. And for the love of God, have a plan when you go into the gym. If you're going into the gym and you're like, okay, yeah, I want to do these exercises, maybe I'll do one of these. Like, go in there with the plan, know what you did the previous week so that you have the mindset of, okay, cool. I did 225 last week for 10 reps, 3 sets. Okay, what am I going to do this week? Have that set before you even step into the gym. So then you're like, okay, cool. We're going to do the bench. We're going to do 225 for the first set, and we're going to push for 12. And then you can gauge it from there. Listen, there are days where you might not feel strong. You know, you can do 3 sets of 225 for 10. You walk into the gym the next week, and maybe you didn't have enough carbs. You didn't eat before your workout. you didn't take a pre-workout, or you did take a pre-workout, there are a lot of variables that can change in terms of your strength in the gym from week to week. So that first set I like to keep kind of on the same track, the same path as what you were doing the previous week. And then you can gauge it from there. So look, I'm not going to tell you to progressively overload your muscle if all of a sudden you get under the bar or you're grabbing the dumbbells and that weight doesn't feel the same as it did the previous week. You're just going to injure yourself. But if you track your weights, at least you have a gauge of, okay, look, I'm going to look at my chart, I'm going to look at my log, I'm going to look at my journal, whatever you want to say, and I did this. So I know if I want to progressively overload, I have to do more than that in some meaning, some fashion, more sets, more reps, more weight, and then you can go from there. But, I would try to go 3-4 weeks doing similar exercises before you change it up, because then that allows you to understand progressively overload. So, once you do, say, a barbell bench press for 3 or 4 weeks and you're progressively overloading that, sure, maybe you want to change it up for, the mental sanity of things. Because look, if you do the same workout every week, you're going to get burned out. It's going to get monotonous. It's going to get boring. It's going to get stale. And no one likes that. That's when people give up, because they just don't have that passion and that excitement to get to the gym and move some weight. So I fully recommend 3 to 4 weeks, same exercises, progressively load each week, and then change it up. Doing all of this, I got to do a different exercise every week, or I'm going to go from a push-pull to a push-pull legs to a bro split to you're overcomplicating it. Your muscles don't understand the difference. It's not like they're tracking. They're like, oh, Matt's benching today. Cool. Or, oh, whoa, he switched it up to a dumbbell. We should probably grow. Like they don't understand that. So don't worry so much about what protocol is the best. Stimulating the muscle is stimulating the muscle. Just get it in, get it done, and get the results you're looking for. Don't overcomplicate it, don't overthink it. So with that being said, I'm going to finish walking up this hill. I am at the point where I tend to walk backwards. Actually, I'm behind because I wasn't paying attention. But just get to the gym. Get in your workouts. Stop overcomplicating things. Simplify it. Keep it simple, stupid. The whole KISS method. But I'm going to finish this out. I'm going to get to the top of this hill, and then I'm going to start jogging to get back to the office before this rain starts. But hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, please give it a like. If you're not currently a subscriber, I'm always looking to grow my subscribers. The more people I can get information out to, the more value that gets passed along. If you find this important, you got value from it, and you feel it's worthy of sharing, please feel free to share it on your social media or grab clips of it and share it with others. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I feel like I'm gonna get drenched any second now. So I'm gonna beat feet, I'm gonna get moving and start my own day. So that being said, peace out, everybody.